नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nityanandam. In today's video, I'd like to share a beautiful satsang that Swamiji gave today. It is about our confusions that we go through every day and how we come to conclusions about us based on that. And basically, what Swamiji was saying, that is not really us. What is us? As Swamiji goes on saying repeatedly, we are Sadashiva. That is the conviction. So, no matter what ups and downs we go through, it does not change who we are. The truth is that we are Sadashiva. But unfortunately, based on the confusions that we go through every day, we assume that those things are the facts and forget the truth, which is we are Sadashiva, and really we go through big time mood swings. For example, if someone is working in a company and there are days where he have great days, where he's been productive, he won some business, and the whole day feels very productive, and that person feels fantastic about themselves. But on another day, when things are not going as well as we want, sometimes if a business fails or there's a loss, then we start judging ourselves. We go through these ups and downs and start judging ourselves and feeling really low about ourselves and think that this has happened because of me and I'm really not good at this, and coming to conclusions about ourselves that I am so and so, I'm a failure and I cannot achieve this, things like that. The conclusions that come because of the confusions that we have are not real. Then what is the truth? The truth is that we are Sadashiva. He says that is the conviction, and that truth never changes. Regardless of whether we are productive or not productive or what we feel about ourselves, the truth never changes, which is that we are Sadashiva. It is such a powerful cognition that Swamiji is giving us, so that every single one of us go through this in every phase of life. For example, whether we are, it is not just for us Adinavasis who are living in the Adi Kailasa, the Kailashavasis, or sannyasis. It applies to every single individual on planet Earth in their own field. From a child, from a young kid who goes to school, to an old person, we keep continuously judging ourselves based on what is happening outside, whether the results we produce or like how we feel about ourselves based on some opinions, right? Whether we are getting good grade or not, or whether the teacher gave a good report about us or not. Based on that, judging ourselves, having the confusion about this identity, and coming to a conclusion about ourselves that, oh, I'm good or I'm not really good, I'm bad, I cannot even do this. Every single person can relate to this. And even the kids, sometimes if they are bullied at school, whether they are fat or not so called normal, again we start judging ourselves. And what kind of a torture that we go through within ourselves. The kids, so many kids hate their body because of this, or hate themselves because they are not studying well or performing well at school. And what all, because of the conclusions that they come, what all other side effects that they do, whether they get into bad habits, whether they get into drugs or smoking or alcohol. the reactions because of the wrong conclusions that we come about ourselves is um, is really horrible. Sometimes if you're able to handle, if you don't react, Swamiji always says, do not take any actions when you're depressed, do not make any decisions when you're depressed. So when we are going through these confusions and make wrong conclusions about ourselves, we are either depressed or in a low mood. These are the times where we are not supposed to make any decisions, but unfortunately we make big decisions about life during these times. Instead of all of that, Swamiji is giving us a powerful cognition that regardless of what you are going through, whatever confusion that you may be going through, do not come to any conclusions about yourself, because none of these conclusions are true. The only truth is that you are Sadashiva, you are Mahasadashiva. It is such a powerful cognition. And he also gave us a homework to, for the next 11 days, write down every half hour what is that you're feeling about yourself, so that we see what all we go through. Morning we may be feeling low, afternoon we may be feeling great, and something doesn't go well, again we are feeling low, again and again, how we are just jumping based on these mood swings, whereas the truth remains that we are Sadashiva. So this is the powerful cognition that we need to have. What Swamiji also says, the more and more we have the powerful cognition, it strengthens our conviction. The conviction is that I am Samaha Sadashiva. This conviction strengthens the more and more we have the powerful cognitions. When we have powerful cognition, automatically we start manifesting powers. So, the more we are doing power manifestation, the conviction that we are Mahasadashiva strengthens. So, of course, you must have heard, how to manifest powers. We have separate sessions for that and classes to come and learn how to manifest powers. These powers are not siddhis. These are all shaktis or powers which come through the awakening of the third eye, which Swamiji gives us as a diksha, as a gift. He initiates and awakens our third eye, and because of the awakening of the third eye, and we when we start experiencing and expressing that oneness with Swamiji, we start expressing these various powers. So the more we start expressing the powers, the more conviction that I am Mahasadashiva becomes stronger. And he also says that just because you have powerless thoughts doesn't mean the conviction reduces, doesn't change, or doesn't even touch the conviction that you are Mahasadashiva. Just because we are having powerless thoughts about ourselves, whether, oh, I'm not good at this, I'm a failure, I can't even do this, I'm not successful, like a list of things that we judge and carry about ourselves. No matter what powerless thought that we carry about ourselves, this does not touch or interfere the conviction that we are Mahasadashiva. It is such a beautiful understanding that Swamiji gave. He said this as not as a practice, as an understanding itself, it will make a huge difference in us. The understanding of this truth that Swamiji has given us will give us the powerful cognition, which will again strengthen the conviction that we are Mahasadashiva. And that is why we are doing this exercise for 11 days. Every half hour, write down with mark, like he gave us different 5 color codings actually, to, like, if you are really depressed, you mark it as in red, and if you are alive, you mark it in yellow, and if you are if you are feeling good about yourself, you mark it in green, and maybe is a like a orange color if you are feeling inspired, and like the kavi color that I'm wearing, mark it in that color if you're really feeling alive and excited, about, like, really alive about life. So this beautiful homework that Swamiji has given us, for us to see how we go through the mood swings from morning till night, like from the time we are awake till the time we go to bed, what all kinds of mood swings and opinions that we carry about ourselves, throughout the day. But none of this matters because it does not touch the truth that we are Mahasadashiva. So that is all that I wanted to share today. Hope you will watch Swamiji's satsang, this particular satsang, on www.youtube.com/Nityananda TV. And thank you all for watching, and I hope to share more from Swamiji's teachings. My understanding that I got from Swamiji's teachings, I will be sharing with you guys every day. And thank you all for watching, and will be sharing more this cognition, that is, regardless of the confusions that we go through, instead of coming to conclusions about based on the confusions, just knowing the truth that we are Sadashiva, that is, having the conviction that we are Sadashiva, is that what matters, and that is all is the truth. So thank you for watching. Nityananda.